It's really easy to show up when you feel like you have something to show for it, but how do you keep going when nothing visible is happening, right? Like, how do you maintain that encouragement? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brianna Lightfoot Smith. I am a child of God. I have worked with women over the last decade, helping them discover what their purpose is. I've helped women turn their passions into profitable products. I have written books. I have done podcasts, done creative direction, marketing, so many things. And I am in a season of not even reinventing, but rediscovering. I feel like I'm learning a lot about surrender in this season of my life, and also learning the true meaning of consistency, which is funny because a couple of years ago, that was my word for the year. It was consistency. And at that particular time, I thought God was like, show up, don't matter what's going on. The consistency in that particular season was actually like the definition that just talks about what something is made of. He was showing me that I was made of a stronger substance than I thought, because that was the year that I had back-to-back miscarriages. But in this season, I am coming and showing up, even if I don't feel like it, in a number of spaces. I serve with my church, and some days your girl don't have it, but I'll show up anyway. I host an online Bible study for women. I've been doing that for several years. I think I shared about that last week. And I come in there sometimes so weak, and yet God still speaks through me. And now this is the newest thing that I'm showing up and doing, even when I don't feel like it. But I feel like that's the ministry part of it. Somewhere along our faith walk, I think a lot of us have been convinced that God is really only here during those high moments. And like I was talking about last week, in the in-between, he's often there when it's not sexy, when nobody is sticking around, when people are pivoting, right? Like, he's still consistent, he's still steady. And I think the lesson to my future me is that even when we are faithless, God is still faithful, for he cannot deny who he is. And I'm so grateful for that, especially in this season where there's just not a lot of external stuff happening. I feel like a lot of stuff is happening underneath the surface of my heart. It's happening in my mind. It's happening in my emotions. And the goal for me is to not let my faith, my discipline, my ability to show up to be reliant on what I can see. Scripture says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And that's the season I'm in, where before I was like, oh God, this is what you're showing me. And now I'm like, God, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to keep showing up anyway. So that's the lesson to dear future me. Even when you don't know what God's doing, someone said, keep showing up and let him show out. And I loved that.